first boss for KP. This one is basically Bonethrasher, the Rancor. Bonethrasher overall is not tauntable. So tanks, you are kind of useless in this, where you cannot taunt off. Everybody will get, everybody will basically be holding aggro. For the first little section, we're gonna just be fighting these Manka cats. These are tauntable, so our main tank, which would be Nattie, you'll just you'll just be AoE taunting them, bring them all together. We'll AoE them down, and that'll be it. And then Bonethrasher comes out through the gate, and the fight will begin. He's got a few basic attacks. One of them is a swipe. It's basically a conal attack. It does a fair amount of damage, and it's like if you avoid it, you're okay. Another one is pound, where he basically will stun a target into the ground. When you get stunned or when you get pounded, you'll get a debuff from the boss, which makes you very, very susceptible to the swipe, and it basically would one-shot you. So if you do have the pound debuff, then your best bet is to kind of stay away from him, just so that way the swipe doesn't happen. Then he also does a backhand, which just knocks everybody around. So we want to try and keep him right about here, just so that way we don't get knocked off into the edge. And then same thing with a stomp, which is just an AoE attack that knocks players up into the air, or will knock us up into the air. So for the most part, unless we have everybody on this side, and then tanks, if you have the target on target ability, then you could like say who it's aggro to, and what we could do is have the person who is aggro to run over here, and then just kind of constantly run around like that. So we stay in one place and have the person who it's aggro to run around, just so we have everyone's facing the back. We could try that, or just basically everybody run around the Rancor. Another note to add is that a Gamorrean will come down, most likely in this position or this position.
On the sides there?
Yeah. And it'll be a big red beam. We'll call it out when it's being seen. And we want to, as DPS, just DPS him down as fast as we can, because if Bonethrasher eats the Gamorrean, he gets a damage boost for a short amount of time. Okay. About halfway through the fight, two Manka cats will also come down. They're also tauntable, so tanks, you can taunt them, bring them to the Rancor, and we'll just DPS them all down. And that's pretty much the fight. Any questions?
On these first four guys, are we AoEing them, or are we just picking off one at a time?
AoE is fine. You can tanks, we can just AoE taunt them, and we can just DPS them all down together.
I've got a question.
Absolutely.
This is a reference to, I'm thinking the aggro, because this is the way it sounded, okay? Mm-hmm. Which way would be better if we were to keep the aggro in front of him, or run around him, basically? Which way would be the best way?
Every time I've done this one, it's always been just you're running around. Range kind of stays a little bit back. And if he comes to you, you just kind of run to the middle. But for the most part, I have yet to try that Yep. if you're targeted, don't move. So we
Pop your DCDs.
yeah, that could work too. Or everybody just kind of stays in the middle, and go from there. Because we've got 3 range. So for the most part, us DPS can stay back, and then if the Rancor comes to us, we can move to the middle.
Okay, that sounds best, I think.
Okay. Everyone okay with that plan?
Yeah, that works for me.
All right. I'll do a ready check, and if anybody has any concerns, nope. All right. On tank. Alright. We'll just back up here. Bonethrasher will come out. Alright. On tanks.
He's on Gabbie. He's on Ranaya. He's back on me. He's on Ban. He's on Gabbie. He's on Ranaya.
It's on me. Going in the middle.
Okay, Gamorrean.
Back on Ranaya. He's on Chiss.
Good job, you guys. You guys are doing fantastic. Okay, Gamorrean on our left. Good job.
Still on Ranaya. He's on Gabbie. Got Maya Cat right here. Got him.
Yep, Minka Cat's now tank taunt him and bring him to the middle. Okay, Gamorrean guard. Oh, we got him.
We got it. If you got a defensive cooldown, use it.
Oh. I just got swiped hard. That's okay, you guys got it.
He's on Chiss.
Alright.
Gamorrean. Oh no.
Oh, almost 9%. You guys got this. Pop any raid buffs if you haven't already. 2%, 1%.
Yeah.
Good job. The next
Download,
boss,
download, download.
Sorno and Jarg.
Oh boy.
These two are a fun one, actually. Relatively, we're going to keep the left and the right side the same. So the left side, which consists of Nattie, me, Mir'shupur, and, well, healers, it doesn't matter. We're going to be focused on Jarg. While the left side, or the right side, sorry, focuses on Sorno, the Saber. So that's Chiss, Aaliyah, Paul. Relatively, we want to keep these guys at the same health. So we'll all be focusing on Sorno, and that way, and keep an eye on both.
Uh-oh. No! Wouldn't be an op if I didn't get random DC.
Oh, you got DC'd?
Give me 1 sec.
That's okay. You're still part of the Discord, so you can hear the fight explanation at least. So, a couple of mechanics is that this revolves heavily on Sorno. He's got 2 abilities, which is an unload and a rapid scan. The unload basically just does a lot of damage on a single target. That one needs to be interrupted ASAP. So Chiss, since you do have the lowest interrupt cast time, your job is to interrupt unload at all costs.
Okay.
If your interrupt is not available, just call it out. If you see unload, just like say, hey, I don't have an interrupt, and then either Aaliyah or Paul will interrupt that.
Okay.
And the rapid scan, basically it just heals Jarg for 3% health. So we also want to try to interrupt that one as well. But it's not an overly big deal if we miss it. But the unload needs to be interrupted, otherwise it can one-shot somebody. We also... So we'll fight them both for a little bit. At one point, Sorno will jump to the roof, and a carbonizer droid will come down, most likely freezing Nattie. And what we have to do is all DPS has to focus on the carbonized droid to free Nattie, and then we all focus DPS on Jarg until Sorno comes back down, and then all DPS, and then Aaliyah and Paul focus back on Sorno. If Sorno has a bit of a higher DPS than Jarg, which most likely will be the case, we'll all focus we'll do Jarg to about 10%, and then we'll focus on Sorno to 10%. Then we'll switch back to both of them and DPS them down, because when one of them dies, they become harder to hit. So that's why we want to kill them at the same time, roughly.
Okay.
So we'll keep a call out. Like I said, I have a focus target for Sorno, so I can keep an eye on the health, and I'll be on Jarg as well. Feel free to call things out as well. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it for explanations. If you've done this on story, it's no different on hard mode. There's no extra mechanics. I'll do a ready check. Nattie looks like they've been... Alright, countdown on tanks.
I got the unload.
Good job.
Cooldown for interrupt.
Alright, focus on the carbonizer droid. Watch the purple AoEs. Alright, on Sorno. Or Jarek, sorry. I always get the two mixed up. Alright, Sorno's back down.
Interrupt's on cooldown.
Alright, we're doing good for health-wise.
I got that unload. Mine's on cooldown.
Mine's now on cooldown again.
Alright, focus on carbonizer droid. Alright, back to Jarg.
Oh my freaking gosh.
Alright, focus on Sorno.
Cooldown for interrupt.
Alright, focus on the Jarg. Or thought Sorno jumped up for a second. Never mind. They're both at relatively the same health, so. Look at that. So
Nice!
this one is Foreman Crusher. He's relatively easy. Especially he's relatively easy in terms of tanking wise. Tanks, your job is to mainly take him to there, while DPS will wait for the knockback because he does a knockback. Once the knockback hits, then we will take out the supervisors, basically the ads, and then we will focus on Foreman Crusher. While the tank has him at the wall, we will just DPS him down. He'll throw rocks randomly at somebody, and for that it's just avoid the red AoE. every so often, ads will appear at the red door, and Nattie basically just AoE taunt, and all the ads will come to you, will DPS the ads, and keep on going. He does have a weird aggro where he does randomly drop aggro quite a bit. So what's gonna, and it says something like he's going into a frenzy. I think that's what it is. Basically, if he runs away from you, just taunt him back. So save your taunts for when he runs away. If you happen to use it, then we can get Chiss to just call it out saying I've used my taunt and I don't have it. Then Chiss can spawn with his taunt, bring it back, and then you just re-taunt him back when you can.
Roger. So on that this initial push, I'm just gonna ignore ads, grab him, and take him to the gate.
Yeah. DPS will just focus on the ads, and then we'll focus on the boss. That way it gives you time to bring up a bit of an aggro, or bring up a threat.
So are we just AoEing these ads down, or how are we doing it?
For the most part, single targets, because they're too spread out.
Okay.
If you do get a chance for AoE, then AoE them. When the ads that appear at the gate show up, then you can AoE.
Okay.
God, he's a big bitch. I'm gonna go get him.
All right. Ready check, just to make sure everyone's ready. All right. Tank is on you. Yes, watch the red AoE. So yeah, when he goes into a frenzy, he'll do a lot of damage, so healers, make sure you focus on the tank for that.
Don't worry, I got him. Get these ad boys.
My bad.
Alright, he's going into a frenzy. Everyone's doing fantastic. Alright, ads are up. He's going into a frenzy.
Oh, this guy. Oh, wanted it bad.
Good job. If you have done this in story, congratulations. You've done maybe a percentage of what this actually is. As you can see in front of us, there is a series of monitors. Luckily for us, we can actually practice the setup before even doing anything with the boss. So I'm going to hit this disposable unit because it doesn't actually start the boss until we hit the button. So as you can see here, there is 3 things. There is a 1, a 2, and a 3. Our goal is to get all of them stacked together. So how it's going to work is we need 2 people up here. I'll be the one, and we'll have Chatmate being up here as well, just because we have the Sork speed. Our job is to basically solve the puzzle here, and each time we do, we then hit the button to shoot the fire down onto the droid. We do have to give a warning, as the fire will damage anybody within melee range. So that would basically be the 2 tanks, as everyone else is... and Aaliyah too. So how it works is we have to click these panels to send the item up to the top part, which is the big... the big one of the 3. And so we do this one first. Then we hit number 3, which is to bring it over to the second. And then we hit number 1 over here to bring it to the middle. And then we hit number 3 again. And that would be the prime ignition to start the fire. However, we're not going to hit it. Chetmate and we're going to practice on getting it down pat for the rotation. Because then what we have to do is we have to click the... I believe it's... No, it's click number 3 again to bring the top one there. And what game is it called? It's the game where you have to line everything up, but you can't have you can't have 2 on top of 1 or 3 on top of 2.
Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about. The
Tower.
In other words,
Tower of
the ring tower. Yeah, the ring tower.
Yeah. So we would place 1 here, and then you would be on 3. You would hit 3. And then I would hit 2. Then you would hit 2 while I hit 3. And then you would hit, 1. You would hit 3. And then I would hit 2. Hit 2 again. You hit 3. Nope, you would hit 3. So the middle is 2, the far left is 1, and the far right is 3. Yep. Then I would hit 1. You would come over and hit 3. We're alternating hitting the middle. So you would hit number 2. Then I would hit number 1. you would hit number 3. I'd hit 2, you hit 3. And that's how it's done. So you then would hit the fire ignition. Obviously not now, because that starts the whole boss. So I would hit... so you would hit 3. I would hit 2. I'll run over and hit... Or sorry. You hit 3. I hit 1. You hit 2. I hit 1. You'll run over to 3. And then I hit 2 twice. You hit 3. I would hit 1. You would hit 2. Then I would hit 1. You would hit 3. Then I hit 2 and you hit 3. There we go. That is our job. There will be ads up here as well. We just have to avoid them. I can DPS them down real quick. And then use your force speed. And you would heal me, basically. And
yeah, I figured that much.
and then we'd use our force speed to go back and forth. Everybody else is down below. Syriax as well. Your job is to heal the rest of the group. Tanks, your job is to basically be here. Except Nattie.
Can we go down there now or no?
Oh yeah, absolutely. You're free to go down. The fight doesn't actually start till we hit the fire ignition.
Okay.
So you can stand right next to the boss.
That's funny.
He won't aggro.
I just said, hey Syriax, and my phone reacted for Siri. That's really funny.
So as a tank, you're going to be getting a damage reduction onto you that stacks up to 10. When that happens, you guys are going to do a tank swap because you'll be taking a lot of damage at that point. You just have to avoid not getting hit, and the stacks will just wear off. So Nattie, you'll tank first. When you hit 10 stacks, call it out, and then Chiss will take over, and then Chiss will be the main tank until your stacks wear off, and then you'll taunt back. So you'll communicate between both of that. Or if you'd like, you just wait until Chiss has 10 stacks and then you taunt back, if you find that's easier. DPS, your job is basically just to take care of the droid, and there's also going to be ads again that spawn. They're kind of like they're kind of droid-likes that can explode. You just have to spread around, which I think we have the range and the enough melee for it. While Checkmate and I are doing the sequence, as you can see, the firing switch is up. As I said before, if you are within the melee range of the fire, you will take damage. So Checkmate, make sure you do a countdown, saying like firing in 3, 2, 1. That way, Aaliyah and the tanks can kind of walk away, or can somewhat avoid. I believe for tanks, you can stand at the very back, like with your backs towards that wall, right here, and I believe you can avoid it. Just so that way the fire just stays on the droid. As well as to note, for Star Parse, because of the armor reduction he does get from this fire, your stats are going to be a little bit off. So if you're wondering why you're getting 18, 19k DPS, that is why. Because the armor, there's like no armor reduction, or there's no armor at all to him for a bit. And then checkmate, basically, you and I, once you hit the firing switch, then we just start the sequence all over again. Did you want to try one really quick? Or do you think you got it?
I've got it. Okay. Just I'm gonna not hit buttons, obviously.
Yeah.
But okay.
We can hit the control station if you like. Just don't hit the firing switch.
No, I'm not. No, matter of fact, I'm going to do something. That disabled this way. If I misclick, it's not going to happen. That's just a safety precaution.
So,
okay.
3, and then we do 2. Then you do 3.
Yeah. No, I was just putting that up to disable the fire button.
Oh, okay.
So this way, if I just so happen to misclick, we don't get a boss initiation.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. So what I'm bouncing. So my understanding is I'm bouncing between here and here.
Yes, and I'm bouncing between 1 and 2. So
okay.
If I'm at 1 and 3 needs to be hit, then you go to 3 and I run to 2.
Yeah, if you're at 1, I need to be at 2.
Yeah.
And then you will take. Then I need. I need to run back to 2.
Yeah.
3, so we can go. So you go to 2.
For this one, I go to 1.
Oh yeah, and then I go to 2.
And I stay at 1. Then you go to 3. While I go to 2. Now click on 3. While I go to 1, you go back to 2. And then I click on 1, you go to 3. And then click 3 again.
Okay. I understand. That's where we are trying to make sure I was getting that right because that it don't sound complicated, but when you're trying to do it, it will be. But that gives at least give me some idea on what I'm doing.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the firing sequence. All right, I'll do another ready check. Alright, just remember when firing the firing sequence, do a countdown as well.
I was just getting ready to do that.
Alright.
Clear the area in 3, 2, 1.
So click on 3. Click on 3. Now come to 2.
Don't don't taunt until I collect 10 stacks.
Oops. Alright, sorry, I gotta click 3 again. Alright, and then click 1. Okay. Click on 3, and we should be good.
Firing in 3, 2, 1.
Oh, jeez. Alright, click on 3. Click on 3.
Stupid droid was in front of the panel.
Yeah. Alright, click on 3 again.
me know when it's on off.
Alright, sorry, click on 2.
I got it.
Alright. Back on 3. I'll also need to heal.
I'm dead.
I see that. Let me res ya. Okay, hit 3. Now hit 2. Alright, hit 3. Hit 3 again.
Okay, firing in 3.
Alright, take it, Chiss. Take it.
1.
Alright, let's do the sequence again.
Okay, there's 1.
Alright, I got it.
Alright, click on 3 again. Alright, now click on... I'll clear that area. Okay, click on 3. Click on 3 again.
It's already in place again.
No, you gotta take, it's gotta go back to 2. There we go. Now click on it. Alright, click on 2. Go to 3. And click 3 again.
Firing in 3, 2, 1.
We'll do a healing. It's down to 2%. Let's just not worry about the fire thing. There we go. Look at that. You guys rocked it. So if you have done this in story mode, you basically are doing nothing different from hard mode. The only difference is, so as a tank, your job is to basically kite him around. Luckily for us, other than Aaliyah, we are all range. Aaliyah will have to be off to the side because they fire at the front and at the back of him. He will also drop fire on the ground. So, Nat, your job is to basically just take him around, mainly move him out of the fire each time he drops fire going this way. He'll also drop mines. Basically DPS, we just have to quickly DPS him down, no big deal. There will also be a gravity well. Unlike story, you can just cleanse it. However, in hard mode, it does an explosion if it's cleansed too early, meaning you can wipe out half a group by cleansing it. It'll be a purple little icon on somebody. Basically, just run away. So if you get sucked into this gravity well, your job is to just run away, and then it will, whoever has it will get cleansed. Healers, you can either call out who needs to be cleansed, and that person can just stay there while everyone else runs away. Yeah, it typically yeah. So because if everyone's in close proximity when you cleanse it, it will explode and deal a lot of damage. Oh, interesting. I just read that a mercenary player can cleanse the gravity well without it exploding.
Somebody said that last time. I don't remember it working though.
It also does say that players should run out of the gravity well and then cleanse the affected player. So yeah, just wait. Like, don't cleanse it right away. Just wait till everybody has cleared the gravity well and then cleanse. That way it doesn't do a lot of damage. Other than that, that's pretty much it. There is also the elevator that's right over here.
I'll try to get him there.
Yeah, this is optional if you'd like to get him there. You just gotta time things very well, but your main goal is to swing him counterclockwise and then straight along this path all the way to the... At about 10%, you can probably just pull him straight over there. And we'll see if we can get him on. Yeah. I've done it before, and I got him on the elevator, where people could not loot unless they were on the elevator. I felt bad. But I got him dead center. So see if you can beat that. If everybody's ready, then tanks do a countdown and we'll get going.
3, 2, 1.
Alright. I've cleansed myself. So yeah, it looks like if you are hit with the gravity well, you cannot move, so everyone else just moves away. Also, those spikes that he does in the ground, you can't do anything about it, you just have to take the damage. Alright, cleanse. Checkmate, there you go. Good job on the cleansing. Excuse me, you interrupted my ability. We are doing good for damage. Keep it up, team. Cape Syriax, cleanse yourself. Good job. You don't have to go too far in terms of kiting him, just as long as you're out of the fire.
Okay.
He can somewhat stand in the fire, but just be mindful of Aaliyah. Alright, you might want to swing him back a little bit if you want to do the elevator. Everyone do jumping jacks. Let's try to push him.
Oh.
Yeah, now you'll see if you can try to get him on the elevator.
I think I can.
5%. Let's go, team. Burn. Pop any raid buffs. And congratulations, everybody.
Ah,
so
I just
close.
missed it.
So close.
God. Oh, I got to jump. I got to jump.
Yeah, we did it. I don't know.
Oh, I got him standing. You got to get the shot with him standing.